Hey everybody, thank you very much for joining us today. Today over the next couple of minutes what I'm going to be talking about is our FL4 series kind of architectural area / floodlight. It's a hybrid and I'll kind of get into that. And I'll talk a lot about the accessories, of course, okay? So let's get right into it. So this is our FL4 series area light / floodlight. Out of the box, these things will come as a Type 5 configuration, so a floodlight, and we do market it as an area light as well because we do offer Type 3 and Type 4 optics as well that we modify in-house. Very simply, we just change out the optics and then you can have whatever kind of NEMA distribution pattern that you're looking for. Okay, so out of the box, as you can see, I mean, this is a very nice looking fixture, very clean lines, lots of holes for breathing to keep the fixture cool. Okay, on the back, again, a very nice architectural looking fixture. Okay, in many ways it can go on kind of any commercial plaza, if you will, and it also will work as a floodlight on any kind of industrial site lighting as well. Okay, and the reason that we can be so multi-versatile with this particular fixture is because the way that we offer this fixture out in the marketplace is you kind of pick your car, if you will, so you pick your wattage and lumen package, okay, and we've got you covered. Basically, we've got everything from an 80-watt fixture all the way up to a 450-watt fixture, okay, so from anything within that range, we've really got you covered in multiple voltages, so a 120 to 277 and a 347 to 480. Okay, so that's what I mean when I say you kind of pick your car, and then on the side what you would do is you would pick your tires. Okay, so your tires being your mounting options or your accessories that would go along with this particular fixture. Okay, now this yoke or trunnion right now is bolted on for demonstration purposes. If you were to purchase this fixture in the field, you would have a fixture and a bracket separately. It's very simple to install. Okay, some very simple kind of 4 bolts and kind of torques, if you will, to put the thing on. Very easy application to install in the field. No issues whatsoever. But what it does allow us to do is be able to provide you with better inventory levels so that when you're out in the field, should anything change, you can very simply adjust the mounting requirements to the application. Okay, so it's very, very versatile from that perspective. So just as a general statement, so we have the trunnion mount, we have a yoke mount for those kind of traditional industrial applications that people were used to using a yoke, okay? We have a slip fitter adapter as well, which is very common, especially when you're mounting on the tops of poles. And then we have a mounting arm option as well, which is most commonly used when you kind of configure it as a quote-unquote area light, so your Type 3, Type 4, fixed position type optics, okay? We have what made one slight modification to the mounting arm adapter, and I will tell you why. There's a lot of times in the marketplace when you have a different or a distribution type, and over time something may have changed. Could be, you know, the parking lot changed a little bit, or now where it was a commercial plaza, there was nothing in the field before, now it's a house and your light could be potentially trespassing right into the building. So on our mounting arm, we've actually made so it is a fixed position, but we have added it almost like a slip fitter. I'm going to show this on the side here, where you do have some angles of adjustment. But the one nice thing that's kind of a catch is there's a block. Okay, so it will not allow this thing to go over, I believe it's 30 degrees. And what that will help you do, when you start tipping an area light too far past 30 degrees, you end up losing so much light into the sky. So this is kind of a nice safety protection where if your light is too much shining into someone's backyard, you can slightly tip it down, or it's not quite far enough and you want to get to the end of the property line, then basically you would tip the light up. And this gives you that flexibility while maintaining the wiring compartment and the look of a fixed position mounting arm. So this is a very unique option, okay? Now, keeping in themes with that, obviously there's a lot of times where things change, so we had to offer glare shields, okay? So we offered one glare shield where basically it would fit on the outside, so you'd end up blocking the distribution, or on the back side as well, okay? If you needed to block any light trespass going in behind the fixture. Or if you wanted to, for whatever reason, you could put it on both sides and then you could have a more focused beam of light, okay? Last but not least, I mean, obviously controls have started to take place in the market. We've seen it for years as costs are coming down and you know, paybacks are becoming more and more important. Controls are a bigger piece of the conversation, okay? So what we also have the ability to do with this particular fixture is add controls. Now, normally out of the box, this cover would be black, but for demonstration purposes, so you can see it, we have a white cover, okay? And basically what would happen is you could order any of these fixtures with this particular sensor. It's a 0 to 10 volt with multiple settings, so you can kind of do high-low settings with hold times and delays. Very simple settings though, okay, but it should get you almost everything you need in terms of control packages before you have to start going to those kind of dedicated control systems, okay? So this is something that we would install in-house. We would adjust, we would take the door off, move the driver out, and we would ship them to you like this, okay? So this fixture, again, is very multi-purpose. You get lots of mounting options, a tremendous amount of flexibility when it comes to lumen packages and NEMA distribution patterns. One other thing that we can do as well, we can do custom colors, okay? So please reach out to your local agent. We can match specific RAL numbers if needed, especially if the requirements are for some very specific colors, or we can just kind of paint it white, gray, whatever the case may be. So we've got you covered when it comes for various projects, okay? And one other thing I will add, especially when you're talking about the mounting arms and accessories, we also now offer a full line of pole top adapters and bullhorn and wall adapters, if you will. So if you need to convert a fixture to a bullhorn, stuff like that. So please take a look at our website and you can go through all the new pole top adapters, which we can also custom paint to complement your fixture retrofit or new project install. Okay. So as always, please reach out if you have any questions to our agency network. They'd be happy to help. If you ever need any assistance with any lighting designs or anything, go through the agents and we'd be happy to turn it around faster than most company would. Okay. Anyways, if you have questions, please let me know. If not, thank you very much for joining me.